that, okay, so really what's going on is, unlike a tax, where you might argue that a big fraction or that tax, or in some simple cases, that entire revenue is just a transfer to somebody else. This kind of a way of getting lower consumption, of raising the real cost of production, is incredibly inefficient, right? It's incredibly inefficient because we lose the rectangle, right? You would have to believe, how big would you have to think the externality of that consumption was? Well, you'd have to believe that the net value of that extra consumption was like twice the total expenditure to even get there, right? You'd have to have another, you'd have to make it substantially worse, right? You'd have to have the loss from not producing those other units. We didn't produce these units, so we saved those resources. That's a good thing. But we incurred all these extra costs, so the reduction in externality would have to be equal to the difference between these two. Okay? Now, what's in this rectangle? What costs would be in that rectangle? Where do these costs come from in the illegal drug market? Yeah. Right. So, for example, one of the things that in here is, if I'm a drug dealer, I might get shot. I might get killed. The other thing that is in there is that I might kill somebody and then I have to go to prison. Okay? Well, a couple important things. One is, while it includes the cost of putting me in, includes the cost on me of going to prison, it doesn't include the cost of putting me in prison, right? The drug dealers don't internalize that. So there's an externality associated with the area in this rectangle. The other thing is, drug dealers aren't that great a shot. They don't just kill other drug dealers. They kill other people in the process, right? They're trying to shoot a drug dealer maybe, but they might miss and hit somebody else, all right? The other thing they might do to try to get around and produce these drugs is they might corrupt the local officials. They might corrupt the police. They might corrupt the public officials in various countries around the world. You'd have to add that to this rectangle as well.